Maxwell, the puppet master, is here, and sadly, he's not here to put on a magician show. He's just here to mainly survive. But I'm gonna talk about him as if this was one of his performances. Anyway, let's just jump straight to it and give him an examination. But I also want to point out that today is Hello Nights in Don't Starve Together. This is the beginning, and it's also on Maxwell's birthday. So the main menu looks the same as it usually does in a previous year, 2018. I think it said this is what the main menu looked like. But Wanda is included in her new outfit. And if we hop into the shop, we can see that all of Wartox, Wormwood, Wily, Wirt, Wanda, and Walter all received unique costume skins. Wartox is a no idea, Wormwood is a salamander, Wirt is a toadstool, Walter is a bee, which is really weird because he's allergic to them, Wily is a carrot, and Wanda is a bishop. That's all good, and I actually really enjoy them, and I might buy them for myself sometime. But the main reason we are here is Maxwell, right? The puppet master. So, just as you can see here, he has 75 health, which is the lowest in the game, excluding Wes. 150 hunger and 200 sanity. So let's start up with this Freedom Master with is dapper but frail. Now, if you look at his stat in the corner, you see I started at 50 sanity. But over time, I have nothing equipped that could possibly raise my sanity, but he's constantly gaining sanity, because Maxwell has a positive 6.6 plus sanity per minute gain. Now, the part that's his dapper. Just because he's dapper in general, he just gains sanity, but frail is the 75 health that I already pointed out. But what did that point say? Can split his mind into pieces. Yes, this is true. With his unique shadow tab, he can make the Codex Umbra. I'll give that explanation later. And if you put that Codex Umbra on the ground, you'll be able to make shadow puppets of yourself, such as the Shadow Logger, the Shadow Miner, the Shadow Digger, and the Shadow Duels. Now, all of them require Nightmare Fuel and a respective tool, depending on which one you want, and a maximum sanity penalty. So the Shadow Logger, Miner, and Digger, they all require a maximum 20% sanity. So that means you're always going to have to be at 160 sanity. You're going down 40 sanity, of your maximum each time you make one of these guys. And each of them do their respective things. The Shadow Logger chops down trees, the Miner mines boulders, and the Shadow Digger digs up stumps. Now, only tree stumps, you can't dig up grass tufts and saplings, which is a bit weird for some reason. And remember, if you ever want to get rid of any of these shadows, hold control and then click on the shadow. You'll punch them, you'll get some Nightmare Fuel back and your maximum sanity, but you won't get the tools back, sadly. Now, this is something I wouldn't recommend wasting your materials and time on. The Shadow Duelist. They are incredibly weak, they don't do much damage, and they fail to kite really bad, and you can only get a maximum of 2, even at full sanity, so yeah, you're not really going to be gaining much off of them. Sure, they might help distracting from other mobs, but then when it comes to natural fighting against bosses, they are terrible. Also, fun fact, if you do the dance emote, all your shadow puppets will dance along with you, which I think is just a neat little touch. It's always fun when they add just little gimmicks like this. Now remember, if you lose your Codex Umbra, you can always make more with Pyrus, Nightmare Fuel, and 50 points of health. I know, a bit hefty. For God's sake, there's a truck here. Okay, I'm just gonna let the truck pass. Yep, okay, it's gone. Anyway, so yeah, Like, if you ever lose it, you can always make more, but at an excessive price, though. And a nice little cheeky addition is the fact that Maxwell can read all of Wickerbottom's books. So you can read Ender's Knife, Birth of the World, Horticulture Abridged, Live, Sleep Time Stories, and On Tentacles. Now, and gain from the benefits of that, as well as the inevitable sanity loss. So just keep that in mind when reading these books. And another little interesting mechanic is that when in darkness, he will refer to darkness by its first name, Charlie. So, and also when you die, the morgue will say killed by Charlie rather than killed by darkness, like with everyone else. And his final thing is that his favorite food is lobster dinner. So put it in a live lobster, a stick of butter, and a couple bits of filling, like sticks here, and you'll get a delicious lobster dinner. Now, can't exactly remember the stats, but I remember it is a pretty good dish. So remember that. And here's just what it says in the cookbook. All right. And yet another tiny Easter egg is that all characters have, well, most characters, except like the new ones, have a skin called the Triumphant. It's basically what they would look like in the position as the Shadow King or Queen. But since Maxwell was already the Shadow King, he has a skin called the Untriumphant, and it shows what he looks like as William Carter, the sad, lonely magician that didn't do well in Britain, until eventually he moved to America, and, well, was going to move, found the Codex Umber, and became the amazing Maxwell. And that is it, everyone. So, hope everyone had a good time just having a look at Maxwell and most of his abilities. I will be doing a full in-depth analysis of the Halloween update in Don't Starve Together, as well as I only found out like a couple minutes ago, the Halloween update in FNAF AR, alright, because there's not really much to talk about, but it's FNAF AR is going a bit dead, honestly, and it needs to be revived, so let me just try my best. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.